In this video, I'm going to be walking through the 7 most proven business to consumer customer generating activities that you can do in order to grow your business today. Between myself and my clients over the past few years, we've generated tens of millions of dollars in sales in the business to consumer space, anything from e-learning to e-commerce. And this video is going to walk you through the top strategies that I've tested or my clients have tested in order to generate the most amount of results in the shortest time frame possible. Strategy number 1 is going to be paid advertising. Now, many of you have tried this before, maybe you haven't. It's important that you understand that out of all of the different strategies that I'm going to be telling you about in this video, this is by far the best, by leaps and miles ahead of everything else. Now, unfortunately, most people do try paid advertising and it doesn't work out, and then they quit after a few $100s, maybe even a few $1,000s in ad spend. Maybe they had a bad experience with an advertising agency that promised them the world. But I can tell you that this one strategy can pay for itself in spades. I have a few of my clients that are doing well over $4 to $5 million every single month, and they're getting that from a 3 to 5 times return on ad spend in their business to consumer product. So I can tell you from firsthand experience that this stuff is very profitable if you know how to set it up correctly, which is what I want to talk to you about here a little bit. Most of the problems I see when it comes to running ads in the business to consumer space is 2 main problems. Number 1 is they are not focusing on people who are problem unaware. I'm going to say that again. They're not focusing on people who are problem unaware. They are only running search ads for people that are already typing into Google, "I need to buy a pet brush." The problem with this is that you are competing against everybody else that is trying to rank for or trying to run traffic for, "I need a pet brush." Instead, the people that I see actually capitalizing on paid advertising in the business consumer world the best are those that are going after people who are problem unaware, that don't even know they need a pet brush. So instead, what they're doing is they're creating funnels, sales pages, and ads that are primarily around why they would need a pet brush. For example, you could run an ad that says that, "Did you know that by not brushing your pet's hair, they have a 50% life expectancy as those that brush their hair once a week?" But most people don't brush their pet's hair because it's a pain in the butt. It takes too much time, the pet hates it, and there's pet hair everywhere by the time you're done. Well, introducing Ravi's Pet Hair Scraper 3.0. Using this thing, your pet absolutely loves it. It'll be begging you to have the pet hair scraped off of them more and more. It takes you maybe 10 seconds once a week, and it collects all the pet hair right here for easy disposal in the trash can. Right there, I just created a multi-million-dollar advertising campaign. That might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but hopefully you're understanding that by not going after just people who are typing in the words, "I need a pet brush," and instead going after people that don't even know they need a pet brush, although there's a little bit more work involved, you can have a lot lower what's known as CPM, which is cost per impression, and you can have a lot lower costs on the entire advertising campaign combined. And the second part of paid traffic that I see most business owners messing up on is the actual sales page itself. They take all of this paid advertising, they spend all of this money on the great creatives and a great advertising agency, only to send it to a website that does not really convert. They send them to their homepage, or they send them to a page they've never tested once or twice. You should consistently be testing your page that you're sending traffic to. What happens if you rearrange the headline and you put it somewhere else? What happens if you split test the headline? What happens if you put the add to cart button at the top? What happens if you add an additional add to cart button at the bottom? What happens if you put video testimonials, photo testimonials? What happens if you change the color of the actual funnel of the button in order to add to the cart? All of these are things that you can do in order to drastically increase the conversions on the sales page. I have seen sometimes sales page double their conversion percentages. So let's say, for example, you are making $100,000 a month from your paid advertising campaigns. If you did something on the sales funnel that doubled that conversion percentage, you'd be making $200,000 a month, which is $100,000 in additional profit with no other cost out of your pocket. Yet I see most people not trying this one simple strategy out. Our second business to consumer customer generating strategy is going to be TikTok. Now, before you hop out of this video because you're saying my customers aren't on TikTok or I hate TikTok, I'm going to be quite frank with you. I hate TikTok as well, but it doesn't matter whether I like or you like the platform or not. What matters, especially in this video, is it effective? And I can tell you both on the paid advertising side as well as on the organic side, TikTok is one of the best channels for business to consumer, business to grow. That's because you can create very short form content, anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute, and you can ride current trends in order to get your products, or at least eyeballs on your products that wouldn't have been there before. Let me give you an example. There are in TikTok a bunch of different viral sounds and trends that go on a weekly and monthly basis. Every single month, it's something new. What I've been seeing a lot of business to consumer companies do very, very well is take that same trend, that same virality that's going on no matter what, and then at the very end of the video, instead of clipping to somebody just talking about the end of the video, they clip and they show their actual product. So the first, 80% of the video is the exact same that they've seen on other viral and trends, other topics that are very similar, except for the last 20%, they change it to being what their product is about. And so by the time someone sees what the product is, they've already watched the majority of the video and they're already bought in. And I have seen people generate hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in additional revenue just from a few TikTok videos a month that go viral. Strategy number 3 is going to be Instagram shoutouts. Now there's a right way to do this and there's a wrong way to do this. And I've actually done both. The wrong way to do this is where you just have your product or your business or your Instagram page being shout out on these very random shout out pages. For example, if you were a man selling, let's say, a men's grooming product and you went to Cardi B and Cardi B did a shout out, it probably wouldn't be that valuable to have all those people come to your page. In addition to that, the shout out, the reason why they're following you is just to get the Gucci handbag or the purse or the $1,000 from Cardi B's Instagram. It has nothing to do with you or your business. So you get artificial numbers, people go into your profile, but nobody's gonna buy anything. Instead, the right way to do shoutouts is actually where you do shoutouts on niche specific pages. These are typically 1/10 the cost of those really large influencer shoutouts, but they have 10 times the efficiency. Because let's say, once again, I'm a men grooming product. Well, if I had, let's say, an OnlyFans girl do a shout out on her page where she was saying like, hey, I love men that use this tool for their men's grooming, and they send it back to my page, my men's grooming page, obviously the majority of the people that are following these OnlyFans girls on Instagram are men. Sorry if that's a shocker to a lot of the OnlyFans girls out there that think that they're all women. So they're probably all majority men. And so then they're seeing this product of, hey, this girl who I like and follow and influences me likes men with this product. I should go probably buy that product. So it's much more niche specific and you're gonna have a much higher engagement rate and buy rate from that Instagram shout out. Strategy number 4 is going to be email marketing. Now, just like Instagram shoutouts, there are 2 ways to do it, the right way and the wrong way. The wrong way, when I see people doing business to consumer email marketing, is they're marketing cold people. They're taking people that have no idea who they are and they're sending them a cold email in order to get them to click on the link and go to the website and purchase something. The only time I personally have ever seen cold emailing work is when you're selling a high ticket business to business product, right? Where you're expecting the sales cycle to be long, where you only need 1 out of 1,000 emails in order to convert for you to make money, but then you'd make 15, 20, 30, maybe even $40,000 from that one sale. The mistake that people make in the business consumer space is they try to do the same thing, but if you get 1 out of 1,000 people to purchase and your product is $50, then you made $50 out of all the time and energy it took to scrape and send 1,000 emails. So that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about instead is warm email marketing, what is known as marketing your list. Your list, I have a client of mine that comes inside of e-commerce companies and he literally gets paid simply to take the list they already have and squeeze out and monetize money from that list that has been left on the table. So all you have to do is make sure that on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, you're sending a few emails out. Maybe it's specials, maybe it's discounts, maybe it's testimonials, maybe it's examples of people using your product, maybe it's just value that you're giving out there and you're building brand awareness. Keeping top of mind is incredibly important. And let's say you take my first strategy, you go to paid traffic and you have a 3 times return on advertising spend from your paid traffic. That means every dollar you put in, you're getting $3 out. If you add a very good email marketing campaign behind it, you could actually, I've seen this happen before, double your return on ad spend, especially in the business to consumer world, where before you're getting $3 out, well, same amount of ad spend in by just adding both automated and manual email newsletters, you could have a $6 out, 6 times ROAS, which is doubling what you were doing before. Strategy number 5 is something that we're just starting to dabble into ourselves, but I've seen incredible success from other people in the industry, is going to be affiliate marketing. Now, this really only works well when you have the other strategies dialed in. Like, don't expect to go and do affiliate marketing for your product or business if you don't have a sales page that converts and if you've never done paid advertising, because in reality, 90% of affiliate marketers are going to be running paid ads to your products or services. And if you have to rely on your affiliate marketers to create sales pages for you that converts or ads for you that convert, then you're probably not going to get that great of affiliate marketers, because in reality, if you can do all of the stress testing yourself, if you can do the advertising yourself and you can figure out, hey, this works the majority of the time, and then you give that packaged up to your affiliate marketers and you said, hey, just send the traffic to this page it's known to convert, then you have a much higher chance of them actually making sales, which means that they're actually going to make a return on investment, which means that they're going to continue to work with you. Affiliate marketing is a lot like multi-level marketing, where you have 100 people sign up and maybe one person actually continues to follow through with it. And that's because it's typically really difficult. But if you make it easier for the affiliate marketers by, number one, having a high commission payout, which you'd only be comfortable doing if you knew that you had a good lifetime value, if you're doing the other strategies we're talking about. And number two, if you gave them a ready to go packaged up affiliate deal where you're saying, hey, just drive all the traffic to this page here. Typically it converts at a 5%, so you should be paying no more than $3 per click in order to make sure that you're profitable. Strategy number 6 is going to be SMS or text marketing. Now, you have to make sure you do this right, because if you do this wrong, you could end up in some hot water in the US government. Make sure that people are opting in order to receive promotional text messages from you. But if they are, and I'm not a lawyer, so don't quote me, if they do click a checkbox or agree to receiving promotional text from you, then what you can do is actually text them when you're doing updates or when you're doing bonuses or when you're doing discounts on your products or services. So a really great example of this is whenever we have people come into our funnel for a business to consumer product, if we are launching maybe a complement to that product, an upsell to that product, a downsell to that product, we might send a text message out to that consumer 20 minutes after they completed their purchase, and we might say something like, hey Bob, it looks like you forgot this additional thing here. All you do is click on this link and you can purchase it without adding any additional credit card information, because we already have their credit card information on file. And SMS marketing is typically more efficient than email marketing because you typically get faster response rates, higher open rates, and higher click-through rates. So make sure you add that even just in SMS automation whenever somebody either abandons your cart or if they purchase something from you but forgot to purchase something else. And your 7th business to consumer customer acquisition strategy is going to be joint ventures. Now, I really don't see this set up all of the time. That's why I put it as number 7. But I do know a few people who literally run an 8-figure business just from joint ventures. So if you don't know what a joint venture is, it's pretty much where you partner with somebody else who offers a complementary service to what you're doing, and you have them send business over to you. So let's go back to Ravi's brush that I talked about earlier, right? Where I was selling Ravi's brush 3.0 for dogs. These are for dogs in order to groom their pet hair. Well, what if I somehow partnered up with the largest veterinarian chain in the United States? I don't know what they are, but let's say I partnered up with one. And every single time they got a new customer, every time someone went to the vet, they would send an email out to their clients that said, hey, thanks so much for signing up for our veterinarian clinic. By the way, most of our customers who have the healthiest dog use this brush in order to make sure their dogs stay as healthy as possible. And then they link out to my product page that's already been proven in order to convert. And then I can kick back to that company a percentage, 10%, 20%, 30%, 40% for sending me over that sale. So it's very similar to affiliate marketing, but instead of affiliate marketing is they're just driving traffic directly to your page, these are companies and businesses that already have products and services, and they're helping funnel their already buyers over to your page in order for a cut of the action. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact B2B lead generation strategies that we use to generate over $500,000 in cash every single month. Not only that, but these are the same strategies that over 1,300 of my clients use to also make their own $100,000 plus months. Hey, really quickly,